Think the aliens come down to save us. That's a funny way to start a video. Do you think? Hey, imagine walking down the street and asking someone that question you just met for the first time. Hi, do you think aliens come down and save us? What? 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 Do you ever talk about it so much in UFO? Are you UFO people? Do you ever talk about it and read about it so much? Do you ever find it hard to talk to an ordinary life? You ever find it hard to assimilate normal conversation with people? No. Hi. So, what do you do? Well, I'm a mechanic. I work on cars. Okay, well, I'm gonna cut some grass. Okay. So, what do you like to do for fun? And then it's like your brain stops, freeze up. Uh, I chase UFOs at night. I go in the forest looking for aliens. I read books about aliens. I watch documentaries about aliens. I remember being abducted by aliens. Alien abduction phenomena. I've tried to steer clear of it. I've got one experience I've been sharing for 10 years. I have had in my life alien abduction experiences, phenomena, whatever you want to call it. I've had them. I've got lots of stories I could tell about this. It's the same ones I told years ago. Some of mine are scary. And I got told off by certain people who don't really deal with me anymore. So what's the point? I may as well just talk about it now. Not to talk about it because it would scare people. Some of my experiences were scary. It was in my childhood. They were surreal, quite surreal. You really got the sense that um, when you were on these craft in these ships or whatever, that this was very, very alien, very surreal, very different. Being ripped out of your ordinary life with your mother, because my mother was involved in these experiences, and you just I can only tell you from the beginning. If I get into it later in videos, I will, but I can tell you that looking back on these experiences, laying there in these craft with these beings walking around, there were times. My mother was with me, and in most of these experiences, there were times it felt so surreal. You felt like you just got ripped out of an ordinary life down on Earth or whatever we call ordinary, and they were very different. It was a very surreal environment. It was very weird. I wanted to focus publicly on one thing, but I find that I'm looking back over the years, a lot of the advice I've been given by people on what to talk about, what not to talk about, I'm going to trash all that. I'm not going to swear in these videos because YouTube keeps asking, is this for children? Yes, all ages. I'm not going to swear in my videos. I will not do that. No profanity. No gratuitous language or suggestion of anything of adult material. We don't have to get a message across. We don't have to swear. Um, how are y'all finding these isolated times? In recent times, I can't talk about it publicly. I've had some personal experiences that have now isolated me further. Um, I can't even say what it's about. I don't want to say anything. I will just say it involves certain so when I'll say this, when people go out of your life, people you care about, and they leave for whatever reason that they think that's the thing to do, you get left. Invariably, there's always someone doing the leaving. There's always someone being left behind, whether it's death or other life-changing things that leave us alone in the dark. And I got left behind. It's the times we're living in, the pandemic. And do you think that aliens save us? Good question. Do you think they save us? Comment below or bring it up in your groups, whatever. I got to keep my videos short. I've got a timer deliberately set on them, so I'm concise to the point. And besides, I don't think, no disrespect, thank you for subscribing, but I don't think I have a lot of 400,000 people sitting there that would listen to me waffle on for an hour. You have to kind of meter these things, and you think, let's be realistic, Jason. You don't have like thousands of people that are really interested in what you're talking about. I'm doing this because I don't want to type it all out, put it somewhere. It's faster to say this. Food for thought. Do you think aliens save us? Do you think they give us reprieve? Do they come down and save us? And do you think that the alien subject matter is so spiritually connected that it's indistinguishable, it's indiscernible? Does it always have to be one and the same? Documentaries, UFO documentaries with David Wilcock seem to suggest, yes, aliens have been for thousands of years, have influenced human culture. They've guided us into Hinduism, Buddhism, maybe even Christianity. They've been the inspiration behind maybe even the Mormons. Maybe they sat there, that guy in the 1800s, 1900s, he saw a light that guided him. You know, the guy that go in the cave that started the Muslim faith, was it an angel? Is Gabriel an alien? Do you think they save us? If we have troubles and strife in life, does it mean we're less contacted by them, or they care about us less? Or is it that they can see the future and they know sometimes it's best to have less contact than more? If you're still in the human culture and you're going to be a part of it, then yeah, it's best to do nothing because they can see the outcome. Get too involved in a person's life on Earth, perhaps this is going to disrupt it so much they just end up going away with them. There are people that disappear. There are people that have vanished in this subject matter and they have never been seen again. It's not all government conspiracy. They killed the guy, put cement shoes on him. It's not all that. It could be, some cases have been reported that seem to suggest the aliens take people and that they just go live with them. If it's a better life, if they feel better about it, and they give up their life on Earth and just go live with them. Aliens, we talking about, Jason? I mean, I've got people subscribing and watching me that I've met in life around here who have no idea what I'm talking about. You're not in the loop. Well, read a UFO book. I've got a few I could suggest to you. Watch a few documentaries, catch up with it, do some research. It's not a subject matter that can be covered in one sentence or even 50 books. It's such a breadth of information. You could almost get a degree in it. This could be covered as a course in a college somewhere. There's so much involved in this. You really cannot, with one thing, walk up and say, there it is, all done. But that means nothing to any ordinary folk walking on the street. What's that got to do with, okay, aliens are here? Then these people are full of questions. But I'm now confronted with some serious issues in my life. Very serious things have come up. Painful things, separation, issues of separation, departure, loss, which have left me with stuff to ponder with. I have said to you, it is true that I have contact with this girl. she's an entity. She's not a human spirit of any kind. That's a deep subject matter. Where do you begin with something like that? How do you say something like that to people? My God, what a head trip. I mean, it's one thing to say a nut and bolt steel looking craft landed out in a field, and Jason's not suggesting that a craft landed and he walked out in the field and an alien girl got off and he could physically look at her and he touched her and hi and recorded contact with her. That's a Hollywood interpretation of alien contact, but there are other dimensions around us. If you're not into physics, you don't understand. Dimensions aren't things we can point into. I can't point in the fourth and fifth dimension. It's not something I can point at. Higher dimensions is an area of geometry and physics that's extremely fascinating, and there's life there. They are there. Um, I know it's going to cut off. I'll do a second one to this. Do aliens save us in our troubled times? Are any individual or masses of people or whole nations of people, do they save us?